So Monaco MCO has been requested for a update. Here's a 7 days of sub daily chart. This looks very similar to pictures, and you will see a lot of them looking very similar. And there's a term for that, it's called all the same market. Why do they look so similar? The reason is very simple. Sentiment is pretty similar across the board throughout the cryptosphere, whether it be Bitcoin, which has this very similar looking potential for a head and shoulders pattern, as you can see here. We saw this in Bitcoin. We saw this in other coins as well that we analyzed. But let's draw some lines again. What pattern is this that we just discussed on Bitcoin Cash, I think? This is called, if this is a flag, I'm going to draw a pole right here. And it's waving in the winds. What kind of a flag is this called? If it's pointing upwards, it's called a bear flag. If the flag points downwards, it's called a bullish flag. So it may go up one more towards the upper line. I don't know. But the indication here is another down move based on that. So it does not bode very well for it to continue going up. And if it does do this, then the symmetry is so badly off that the head and shoulders could be null and void if prices keep going down. And that's exactly what Bitcoin might do as well overnight. So if we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all these wiggles could be a very complex terminating wave. It could be what's called a 333 flat type of combination. So I'm going to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. But I don't see another peak here for me to do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to give this the benefit of the doubt for 5. Okay. There you go. I try to set up the pre-label so I don't have to do it every time and save some time. Make it a little faster. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm going to give this A, B, C, D, E. Okay, and then that will be wave 5. No, that means what's after 5 waves? There's a 3-wave retrace. If that's the case, I'm going to make this to the bottom of a retracement, like so. And that will retrace as a red. Top of this flag, bear flag, will be B. And this will be a C. I can bet you during this decline, everyone, I don't know if you want to call them perma bears, some of the tech TA analysts out there who are just myopically bent to see nothing but lower lows and blinded and maybe a little bit unwilling and unable to look at the ability to change their counts and perceptions of directional price. But during this decline of C, people will be saying lower lows are coming, and for Bitcoin, it's going to go to 2,000, possible. And we know what will happen if it does go to 2,000, right? Because we covered this before. Here's Bitcoin. If it goes to 2,000, we're going to set up another ladder here. Don't dump all your funds into the first ladder. You want to ladder your ladders, so to speak, as I discussed for EOS just earlier. So back to Monaco. What bothers me about Monaco a little bit is a daily chart. You should be able to pick out the pattern here that's just screaming out. Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. But the symmetry is pretty off. The symmetry is pretty off, which means if I count this here, 1, right? 2, 3, 4, 5. Is 5 extended here? No, it's not. 3 is the extended one. 3 is also the longest wave. The extended fifth is not for every occurrence. Close to it, came close to extending, being the extended one. So if this is 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth wave, we are looking for A, B, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Maybe one more lower low here. Clearly surpassed the zone of wave 4 price zone, which is fine. I've always noticed it to be stopping here. But in this case, with the Bitcoin bear romping around the rose garden, pulled everything further down, as you can see. The minimum, if this was correct, minimum price target could be how do you like that? A negative number. In that case, it doesn't apply because it just can't go negative. Which tells me that this head and shoulder, when you get something like this, more than like it gives evidence to the fact that this may not be a valid head and shoulder, which is why the lack of symmetry bothers me. If here was as rounded, or even narrow peak and a round peak, mirror imaging these almost, that'll make me happy. But the symmetry is way too off, I think. So I think this is 5. After 5, there's a 3 wave, ABC. Might be one more low. It's not going to go to negative. The fact that this shows it like that gives evidence to the fact that I don't think this is a valid head and shoulders top. I hope I added some additional information here for you to think about. If you have any questions, please don't hesitate to comment.